All right. So the next thing we want to talk about today is liquidity. Liquidity. As you can see here, we have type of liquidity. But let me just explain what liquidity is about. And I'm going to explain it based on market. You understand? It's not just English word. You understand? I don't want to explain it on English word terms, but based on market, because in trading, what we do in practical is not about theory. So that is not. So liquidity is all about money. Sometimes you hear people say that I'm not liquid now. You understand? I don't have liquidity now. It means that you don't have money, you don't have cash to spend, like money you can spend. You understand? It's all about money. So when you hear people talk about liquidity, when it comes to finance, it's all about money. So in the market, for instance, when the institutional investor want to trade, they tend to drive price towards where there is money. It can be stop loss, you understand, so that the price can actually move fast. So liquidity, if a particular market is very liquid, it means there is enough money flowing into that one. Just like now, if you are trading, you will discover that all the pairs in the market, Euro USD is the most liquid because there is more people putting money on that particular one compared to other one. I don't know if you understand. So we want to talk about liquidity in the market. So if you take a look at this, you understand that there are three types of liquidity. We have transactional liquidity, we also have structural liquidity, and the inducement liquidity. All right. So I'm going to be explaining each of these. Pay very close attention so that you don't miss any of them. So if you see now, you see that, for instance, if you have something like a kind of something like this, remember I told you when we have this the sweep of the previous flow, then we have a break of structure. Just like what I finished explaining to you guys in the other video. If you have not watched the other video, you have to watch the video sequentially so that at the end of the day, I'm going to show you how this strategy can work very well for you. All right. So just pay very close attention as I explain. So watch this now. You see that in this structure now, we have the break of structure. First, we have the sweep of the previous low. Now we have the break of structure, which is here. So the break of structure, this each time we have a break of structure, that's what we consider as transactional liquidity. And what is it used for? Transactional liquidity, as you can see here, you see that it's used for this particular transactional liquidity. Each time it occurs in the market, it leads to what? Retracement. You understand? Transactional liquidity. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So as you can see, after this, now the transactional liquidity, we have what? A correction. So what is transactional liquidity used for? As you can see, we have number one. Transactional liquidity is used for correction because each time markets give us break the previous high, it tend to correct. Correct in the sense that the market will start doing what? Coming down. You start seeing the market, coming down all the way down here. You understand? Or sometimes it stop here. You understand? So after a transactional liquidity, the market corrects. So transactional liquidity is used for correction. You understand? The market start going down. Sometimes you can be going small, small. You understand? Just be moving small, small like this and be coming down. This is more like a substructure until it comes to this level, then the market start going up. So this move is correction. So just pay attention. After you have the sweep of the previous low, then the break of structure. This break of structure is as a result of what? Transactional. What makes this possible is what we call transactional liquidity. So I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to explain to you about transactional liquidity, but that's just how it works. Just like I said, when we have a transitional liquidity, what follows it is what? Correction. Correction in the sense that the market tend to pull back. Even if you look at the market here, for instance, if you come here, you see, let's say this downtrend from here to here, you notice that after this move from here down, what's happened? The market correct because of what? You see here, there's a break of structure around here, the market correct. The next thing, market come and break this structure. After a break of structure, you see correction. then it come down again and break this structure. What's happened? Correct. So this is what is basically happening here. After a break of structure where transactional liquidity occurs, we have correction. So this is what we consider as transactional liquidity, which is used for correction. You understand? It's only after a break of structure that you see a transactional liquidity for correction. I don't know if you get that. If you don't get that, I want you to rewatch this video, watch it and watch it again. So this is basically what we are saying about what transactional liquidity. So each time you see at this point where we have uh, we can call it TL. TL means transactional liquidity. So we have transactional liquidity around here. I don't know if you understand. Okay. So what happened here is what we call transactional liquidity. Let's moving on, guys. Let me just clean this so that I will explain the second one. So the second one we want to talk about is what we consider to be what structural liquidity. So in a structural liquidity, we have, let's say for instance, you see the same thing we have market give us this move, we see a break of structure, then what's happened next? Maybe market start giving you this kind of move. Sometimes you can see something like this. So in this scenario now, the question now is, where do I start to enter? Am I going to consider this low, or this low? You understand? When you are looking to enter, what's happened here in this structure, you can see there's a sweep of the previous low. For instance, now we have what again? What's happened again? You can see here, we see there's a break of structure. The break of structure did not happen here because is this candle, if you're looking at the market, that's what break the structure, which break above. You understand? So there is a sweep of the previous low. This is the break of structure. So in this scenario, if market is coming down, am I going to start entering from this low, this low, this low? No, you're not going to enter. You're only going to start looking for your entry at what? At a place where we have the sweep of the previous low, then the break of structure. So this region is where we are going to start looking for our entry. Do you understand? So if you pull your Fibonacci from here all the way up to this region where transactional liquidity occur, have you seen it? Remember, I told you that when you are looking for your entry, there are two ways we use Fibonacci if it comes here. But to direct the exact region where you start looking for your entry is what? Is at 50%, below 50%. You understand? So if you put your transactional liquidity here, if you put your this thing, your fib level at the point, the break of structure, which is at the same point where transactional liquidity occur, you see from here to here. What happened? You discover that our entry is not around this. We are not using this low. We are not using this low. We are not using this one. So we are going to be using the one below what? The below the 50% retracement. You understand? Which is here. So here now serve as our what? Our transactional liquidity, because what we're expecting is that the market is going to come now, going to break all these ones, and immediately it comes to this level where it comes below. Remember, transactional liquidity. This now, wait, let me show you something. This one serve as transactional. As structural liquidity, not transactional. Here is transactional liquidity, the one that break this level. The structural liquidity is this one. Do you understand? This one serve what then is structural liquidity? Structural liquidity is the previous the low before the main low, the last low before the main low. Let me use that word. The last low. This is the last low before the main low. The main low is this one. You have this low, this low, this low. So which of all these ones is the low we are going to be considering as our transactional liquidity? Is going to be what? The last low before the main one. This is the last one before this one. So this one now is considered as what? As a structural liquidity. So the market is going to come and break the structural liquidity. Immediately break the structural liquidity, that's when we expect the market to turn around and start heading up, because after it break the structural liquidity, the market will start going up, which whereby here serve as our entry point. I don't know if you understand it, but let me demonstrate it further so that you will get to understand it better. But just understand this concept that I try to show you here. So another way you can see it is that sometimes you see a transfer liquidity occur like this. There are different forms it can occur. You see that we have the sweep of the previous low, then we have the this okay, this sweep of the previous low, then the market comes above here whereby we have something like this. All right, now we have, you think that the market is coming, but it stop around the way, for instance, then turn around. It didn't actually reach the level where you supposed. So you will think that you have missed the market, but you didn't miss the market. What's happened next? What will happen next is that the market then comes back. This will now serve as a transitional liquidity where the market comes to this level. You understand? So, and the immediate market comes to this level. This is the point we are going to be entering. From here now, we expect to capture the market all the way up. From here, you see all the way up. What happened here? What happened here is this. We have the sweep of the previous low. Then what next? We have the break of structure, which this thing also serves as the transitional liquidity. Then after a break of structure, you see what happened? This pullback that comes to this level serve as what? As a structural liquidity. You see, in this case now, you see the structural liquidity did not break above the transitional here. This one, you see, it break above it. These are different ways, different types of structural liquidity. You understand? These are different types of structural liquidity. You see, say this one now, it keep on giving us small low apart from here. But this one immediately it reach it come down straight. So this one here serve as a structural liquidity because once market break above here, it comes down here. Let me just make this thing clear to you. See, the reason why this is occurring is because those people who enter here consider here, if you buy here is your stop loss. And since here on a normal setting, you will think that here is a support, so you are going to buy. Where do you put your stop loss is here? And then your stop loss is what? Is money. So when price come and hurt your stop loss, it turn around. That's the more like or what actually happened in this thing. Why does this thing turning around? Because the market is looking for liquidity. Liquidity is where people park their stop loss. You understand? Sometimes market makers they drive the price to hunt your stop loss, then you turn around and start going in a direction. You will think that maybe some village people is following you. No, it's what we call the market is trying to generate liquidity before it move in the right direction. All right. So as you can see here, you see that here serve as the sweep of the previous low, the break of structure. Why this is considered what? The transitional liquidity. After a transition, even though when market is coming down like this, all of a sudden it stop around the way and start going up. You will think, oh, it's like I have missed this trade. No. What just happened is that the market generated what we call structural liquidity, so that when the price come, it's going to kick some people out here and turn around, and this when they kick people out, that's the exact time you are entering. You understand? When other people are being stopped out, that is your point of entry. You understand? So that is, it can occur in this way. I want you to watch the shape very well so that you don't miss anything. You see, either you occur in this way, or it can also occur in this way, or it can occur in another different way, whereby we can have something like this. This sweep, it go like this, then come sweep of previous low. The next thing, the market come, it might stop around here, but on coming down again, it come down to, okay, let me delete it. I think it's not giving me what I want. Let me delete it. Okay, let me do it here. You see, we have this, the sweep of the previous low, the break of structure. Then we have this now is the sweep of the previous low. Then after this, what happened? The market comes here. It might come to this level, then come down. Instead of stopping around here, it come to the same level with this one. At this point now, then the market might even give you something like this, then come down. It have to come to this level. You understand? It come down here. Immediately break this one now serve as a structural liquidity. Immediately break it either around here, now you can enter because now the market can actually take up all the way here. So here serve as our entry point. So this region, immediately break this one. So here is what we consider as structural liquidity. In this one, in this structure, you can see structural liquidity is below here. This one serves as, it's not this one that is structural liquidity, it's not this one. It's the one that is very close to what? To the sweep of the previous low. You understand where this thing happened? All right. Even if you draw your fib level, you are going to understand that the sweep of the previous level on this one, if I pull my fib level from here down to this place, you see it? So it's actually below this 50%. You get the same thing here. Anywhere I draw it, you're going to see it. So this is what we consider as structural liquidity. And in every trade that we are trading, it must occur. Let me just take you to the market and show you all these things that we will be talking about. All right. So for instance, here, let me go to like 1 hour time frame, for instance, and demonstrate this. In this market, as you can see here, we have, see, this is the sweep of the previous low. All right. This market, this is the sweep, it break above it, then comes down, whereby we have uh, here, see, break of structure. Then what happened after this is, see that the market retrace. Okay, this is what we consider as structural liquidity. You know why? Because the market now pulled back from here to here. You understand? It did not reach here. It just pulled down to this place. When it's coming down, you will think that, okay, the market is coming to my entry, because in a normal, after the place of this level, you expect the market to actually come to this level. But instead of it stop along the way, then start heading down. Let me just delete it. Okay, let me make it clear so that, let me use this. First, the market make this move, a move from here, you understand? First leg, then you see the sweep of the previous low, then come down, the break of structure. All right. Now transactional liquidity. This is what you call transaction. Then the market go down. It turn around and come back again. On coming back here, we expect, remember, let me just drop this here. See, once we experience this, our entry becomes here. For instance, remember, this is the point where it generates what we consider as structural liquidity. Our entry is just above it, because once market, sorry, let me delete this. Once market break above it, we enter. You understand? So when we enter, because this is the protected high, remember this region here is the protected high. You expect that the market should not go above it. Because you expect that the market should not go above it, your stop loss will just be above it. You understand? Why this one is just where the market. So as you can see here, you see here the sweep of the previous low. This is the protected low. This is the break of structure where transactional liquidity occur. As markets come back, it did not actually reach this level. It gives us what we consider as what? As a structural liquidity. Then the market go back. Now that is coming back, we expect it immediately market come above here. That is when we enter. It have to break this structure. As you can see, market come here all the way. Immediately break above it, bam, the market start going down. As you can see here, let me just make it clear. The market start heading down from here. You understand? So that is what I'm saying. This is what in a selling setup. You understand? If we start going there, we can also see other setups that occur in the market. I don't know if you understand. So this is what you are going to be looking for whenever you are trading. If I go to, let me just go to another pair and also show you some illustration of this. If you come to USD, for instance, see, this is, I have changed pair. As you can see now, I'm looking at what Euro USD. What's happened here? You can see we have the sweep of the previous high. You see market come here and break above here. What's happened after it break? You see the market reversed. Then we have what? This is the break of structure. After the market give you the break of structure, what's happened? It pull back to the then it comes back to here. On coming back here, it gives us what we consider as what? As it gives us what we consider as a market structure. You understand? Sorry, structural liquidity. Structural liquidity. See, let me just make it clearer. You see, we have this, then this, then this, then this. This is what we consider this to be structural liquidity. Then markets come down. Then on coming down to this level, the next thing that happen, market pulls up. Remember, immediately we spot that market come here, we are going to put our selling this thing above market structure. All right. When we place it here, then our stop loss will be just above this particular last distance. Why this one serve as a structural liquidity? Then we wait. What happened? You see that after this drop, the market come back to what? To this level where we have structural liquidity, and immediately kick people out, the market drop. As you can see, the market drop. If I pull back here, you see it. Did you see what's happened? The market drop here. You can target 1:3 or 1:4, depending on how you want it. You understand? So this is how these things work in the market. Let me just delete this. I don't know if you understand, but I want you to just pay attention very well. You have to watch it and rewatch it again over and over again so that you'll be able to understand everything that I'm saying in all of these things. So remember, I just explained to you what we are talking about liquidity, different type of liquidity. I just explained to you the transactional liquidity, then I just finished explaining structural liquidity. The next thing we want to talk about is what? We are going to talk about inducement liquidity. Let me tell you how it happens. In an inducement liquidity, what normally happens is the absence of structural liquidity is what leads to inducement. Let me just do this. If, for instance, there is no structural liquidity, for instance, if this thing now did not come, are you looking at this chart? Remember, before I was saying that we have a kind of structural liquidity. See, let me just adjust this. I want you to pay very close attention so that you don't miss something. See, if in this structure now, if market did not give us this structural liquidity, if it happened like this, what will happen? As this market is coming down, it's going to come down to it's going to break this line, induce this. The break of this place we considered as the last low is going to come and break it, and now turn around to this place to go up. That is when we have structural liquidity, which means in a layman understanding, the absence of structural liquidity lead to what? Inducement liquidity. Because there is no structural liquidity, when market is coming in, it's going to come down to break this level. You get? Let me just delete this so that I think I need to draw it again. Just pay attention so that you understand. The absence of structural liquidity leads to what? Inducement liquidity. Inducement liquidity is all about absence of structural liquidity. But let me leave this. Here you are seeing structural liquidity. Here, this is structural liquidity. Let me show you inducement. If market give us something like this, let's say in a buying setup, we see something like this, then break of this low. After the break of this low, the next thing we see something like this. All right. So when we see something like this, and here now is the protected low, as you can see, then this is the new high. So what are we expecting? We are expecting the market to come down here. But if this market is coming down here, the market starts coming down from here. But instead of giving us something, you see this one, see this one, they come down, you reach here now, it turn around before this one come down. Instead of it to come down here and give us a structural liquidity, it did not form at all. The market comes straight to where we normally enter. in such scenario, we are not going to trade it because of what we know based on past performance or well based on experience. You will discover that in most cases this market is going to come and induce this place. Inducing this place means that it's going to break below it. You understand? After it breaks below it, then it's going to expand. So in essence, inducement liquidity is used for what? For continuation. Continuation. Why structural liquidity is used for? Sorry, structural liquidity is used for expansion. All right. Whenever the market breaks this level, it's going to expand. This is expansion. But structural liquidity is used for continuation because let me just drop this. When market see this level, immediately we have structural liquidity, the market expand, continue. You understand? It continue going up because overall the market is going up. But when we have inducement liquidity after the break of this level, which is it have induced that the market will expand straight. You understand? It expands. But in inducement, it do what? It expand. In structural, it continue, the market continue. But in a transitional liquidity, what happen is it correct. After it go up, it's going to correct. I don't know if you understand the point I'm trying to make. You can watch this video several times so that you'll be able to understand everything I'm saying. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that if there is no structural liquidity in a setup, we are not going to trade it. That's just the point. Only when there is structural liquidity, because we have seen that when there is a structural liquidity, when market break that structural liquidity, the next thing the market will turn around. But a situation where the market did not break here, we did not have structural liquidity, because if we enter here on a normal, this market is coming down, we're supposed to enter here and our stop loss is below here. As you can see, it's going to come and hit us out. That is why if you have a setup where there is no structural liquidity, we do not trade. But if you have a structural liquidity means maybe it come down to this level, then push up, then before you come here, on breaking this zone to our entry level, then you see this one now, we can trade this one because we have structural liquidity. But if this one, there is no structural liquidity, as you can see, it's going to come. Now, it's now giving us a new structure. We did not trade this one. That's happening in this particular setup. We did not trade. Since it has break this level, now we are seeing the sweep of the previous low. All right. Then what's happened? We have the break of structure. The market come and break this structure. Then if it come down and give us another kind of structural liquidity, we'll be able to trade it, because there is tendency for this market to still come here, give us structural liquidity again, then come back. Now this one is the one we are going to trade, because this one that forms here, it comes straight. So it did not form structural liquidity, so we did not trade this setup. But after we have inducement, you see that we now have sweep of the previous low, break of structure. Now it's coming to give us liquidity. After it gives us structural liquidity, it goes up. On coming down again, this one is the one we are going to trade. All right, we are going to trade this one. As this market come down to this level, what do? You just put your entry point, drag it here, then enter your up, then your stop loss will come below this last one. All right, your stop loss will be below here, not this one, because you are not trading this setup. You are trading what form after the liquidity, after the inducement. All right, so let me delete this. I hope you understand this. I want you to watch it several times so that you'll be able to understand this. I'm going to do a part 2 of this particular video so that I'll give you more video, like more explanations. I don't want this video to be too long. All right, so now is where we are going to enter. We did not enter in this one when this one was forming, where we have the sweep of the previous low here. You see it? We have sweep of the previous low here. Then we have break of structure, which is on a normal, we supposed to, as this market is coming down, we're supposed to enter here, but it did not give us, there is no structural liquidity, which is number 2 here. There is no structural liquidity. That's why we did not trade. And we believe that based on experience, and if you try it, you can also see it, that the market is going to come and kick out all the people that enter here, thereby generating a new low, whereby here is the protected low. Now before now, here is protected low, But since there is no structural liquidity, the market validates this. Then this one that is forming is the one we are going to trade, because now we have a new protected low. This is a new protected low. Now this is a new break of structure. You understand? Before we have, okay, no, sorry, here is the break of structure. Now you get, this is the break of structure, not this one. All right, then this one that is coming here is the one we are going to trade over time. If with practice you are going to understand it very well, but just kind of review this over and over again so that you'll be able to understand it. So that's it for today, guys. Don't forget, the next video is coming up. Follow it up and also watch that particular one. At the end of the day, I'm going to do a kind of back testing and show you how you can be able to bring together everything you have learned in all of this series. All right, so make sure you don't miss anyone. All right.